Hello and welcome back to another scripted tutorial. So, what did we do last time? We did variables. Um, variables, as I defined last time, was a name that held a value. Is that what I said? I think that's what I said. But a variable is a name that holds a value. Um, Before I start, I am going to say you may or may not notice anything different. In fact, no, you will notice something different, and that is the fact that I have changed my script editor color scheme. Um, in fact, I will show you how to do that now, and I will also post the colors of this here, this scheme. Yeah, this scheme. I'm pointing at the monitor, but you can't see this one. I'll put that in the description. But to change your theme, you simply go to, well, this is assuming if you're using the ribbon bar. You simply go to File, Settings, and if we go down a little bit, you will have all of your script editor colors. So I will just put a picture or something and you just copy them. Um, that is this color scheme. Uh, I covered variables last time, but there is something that will definitely come in handy, and that is comments. So, like I'm obviously not going to focus on comments a whole lot of this video because comments are simply it's a breeze. You walk through it. Um, but to define a comment, let's zoom in here. To to define a comment, you just use two dashes or two hyphens, simply like that, and that is your comment. The Lua compiler, I think, will ignore this here. That is a single line comment. There's actually a multi-line comment that you can add, which is two dashes again, but with two opening square brackets. And Studio will most likely auto-complete that for you. And this is a, well, no, multi-line comment. And so that'll come in useful. I usually do it before I define a function, which is what we're going to be doing. Functions, yeah, woo, oh my god. Um, functions, but that was the comments, yeah, that's so bad. So, sorry, what is a function? A function, I guess is like a block of code that you define that can be reused over and over and over again, as many times as you want. And if you remember the print hello world, that is actually a function. That is a predefined function by Lua. And how do we create our our own function? You create a function, I will remove this. You create a function simply by typing in the keyword function, and just like a variable, you give it any name you want. Um, it should be legible and yeah, uh, somewhat related to what the function actually does. So we'll just call this add, and Studio will probably add an end for you, unless you've disabled that, in which case just add it yourself. Um, so anything in here. So let's just say it prints hi. So that is your function. It's as simple as that. Your keyword, your name, followed by two an opening and closing bracket, and your end. How do we call the function? We call the function simply by the name and then the parentheses again. And if we run, bam, we get high in the output log. Um, I'm not entirely sure how. See, this is why I shouldn't be doing tutorials. I am so bad. But I'm not sure whether I should do parameters and arguments right now, or whether that's throwing you into the deep end. But I guess I will. I'm going to. I'm going to do it. So let's get rid of this, and let's get rid of that. Um, so parameters. Anything inside these brackets up here is a parameter. Parameter. So we'll just say x and y. So we have defined two parameters, and in the function we can do print x plus y. Yeah, and if we call that again, we would now have to specify x and y, sorry, and that is simply just 5 as x, 5 as y. You should, if you know basic math, you should know what you get. You get 10. But that is, so x is a parameter, y is a parameter, 5 is an argument, 5 is an argument. So that is x's argument, I guess, and that is y's argument. Um, if we, let's say, let's see. Let's create another function just to make sure we got that. Let's say function greet, and we'll put a name here. And then this is going to involve like really simple string manipulation, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. So if we do print hello, and then a comma, and then close that, and then add 2 dots, and then no, add the name, another 2 dots with an exclamation mark. What are these 2 dots? These 2 dots are concatenation. So you're joining strings together. I think it's, I'm not sure. Well, Lua is pretty much the only language I'm familiar with, but I'm pretty sure there's one that would do something like hello plus name plus. I'm not entirely sure. Again, Lua is about the only one I'm familiar with right now, I guess. But that is concatenation, joining strings together. And so if we call the function greet with our parentheses again, and for the parameter name, we put the string Sean, my name, and press play. Hello, Sean. You see how it joins our argument with the string of the function with concatenation. Um, there are there are more ways to more than one way to define a function. Like if you remember last time with the variables, we could actually do, if I do this right. I think we do this. Local greet is equal to function name, okay, and that if we call greet again with their name, my name, my name, hello Sean again. So that is declaring a function using a variable. It's just calling it is the same way as you would normally, but defining it is just slightly different. You know, we have our variable name, and then we have function, then our parameters or parentheses with our specified parameter, and then we have print hello world concatenate our name, which is Sean, concatenate again with an exclamation mark. And I think I'm coming down with the hiccups. Whoops. What else? I will show you a bit of. Hmm. I'll show you a bit of connection lines. I'm sorry if I'm rushing. Um, but you can rewatch, I guess. um, let's say we insert a part into workspace, right? And we go. Let's just see. Let's make this lava. You know, let's make that. Wow, wow. Okay, look at that lava, everybody. Um, so I will show you the where is it? Object browser. Okay, so this is a part right here. Class name part. So if we look in here for part, okay, all of these little, purple, pinkish, purple uh, cuboid things are inbuilt functions, functions specific to that object. These are properties, the little blue cuboid things, and these little lightning bolts are events. And we will be using this event here. So what's an anonymous function, right? Let's create a variable. You know how to do that. You watched the last video, right? We'll call this lava, and we'll reference that to game. Remember game is invisible, and then we're going down one to workspace, and then to part, and then we have our lava part, right? So if we do part, and then if we look back at the object browser, sorry, you'll find the touched event. So that is simply part dot touched, and then we use colon connect an anonymous function. You would do function and then close it, and that is, oh, I didn't call it, I called it lava, my bad. Lava touched connect function, which basically means because the touched event fires when a part or whatever else touches lava, the code inside of this scope will execute. So every time we touch lava, we could print ouch. So why not? No, whoops, wrong one. This one. And if we run over here, ouch. You see how it does it like how it does it sort of rapidly? Prints a lot. That we would have to introduce something called debounce to solve that, which I will probably get mentioned in another video. Actually, no, that is specific to functions, so I'll mention it now. So if we do, let's create a variable, okay? We'll call this variable touched. We will set this variable to false because nobody is touching the part, okay? Let's just get rid of that now. And let's say if touched is equal to false. Don't worry about this right now. I'll tell you about that later in another episode. So if touched is equal to false, then we set touched to open. No, not open, true. And then we print ouch. And then we do, we'll add a wait of half a second. And then we set touched to false. Wait is also an inbuilt function, by the way. And so let's go to play again. And there's my mouse. We touch it. There. Debounce has solved our problem of it spamming ouch. So every time we touch it, it just prints ouch once. There are a bunch of events and functions, but I'm going to show you the inbuilt function since we're talking about functions. I will show you break joints is I think that's specific to models as well. Did you hear my chair squeak? It's terrible. Where's model? Model is right there. Break joints. Yes, 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 yes. So let's say the inner parameter, parameter hit If you look back at part, where are you? You are there, mate. If we look back at touched, you'll see it has a parameter here, which is an instance, which is basically an object of the part that touched it, other part. We can call that whatever we want. In our case, we'll call it hit, and then we'll do if hit and hit dot parent find first child. Find first child is also an inbuilt function, and if we find a humanoid, all your character has a humanoid in it. If you didn't already know, kind of makes sense. We will do hit dot parent break joints, and break joints should kill us since it's lava. If we hit this, yes, we did. He needs some milk. He needs milk, guys. So that is a anonymous function. We could also do function hit. No, function kill. Sorry, with hit. And then if we do hit, if hit and hit dot parent find first child humanoid, then hit break joints. You know the inbuilt function. Again, don't worry about the if statement. I'll get to that in another video. I'm just going over functions very quickly, I think. Instead of an anonymous function, sorry, we could use a what we call a connection line, which is simply lava dot our touched, which is our event, connect, kill. So rather than creating the function on the spot, we just connect it to kill. So every time the lava part is touched, the function kill is called with the parameter hit of the part that hit it. Yeah, we try that. Boom, we are dead. What else? What else? What else? What else? We've went over declaring functions as variables. We have went over anonymous functions. We have, well, very briefly, we went over the connection line right here. We have very quickly went over parameters and arguments. So that basically, I think that's it. That's really all there is. Um, I call these inbuilt functions, but I guess you could call these methods. These are also called methods. So if somebody's referring to a method, this is probably what they mean. But I call it an inbuilt function. So my bad. I'll start calling it a method for the sake of simplicity. So this is a method. Right here, break joints, method. Anywho, that concludes the functions, I guess. I'm sort of going over this quickly because you have the ability to go back and watch it several times until you get a firm grasp of the concept. It obviously a bit different in real time. So if I'm going way too fast for you to understand, for you to comprehend, again, fire me a message. I'll go over it more in depth with you. I have a lot of free time at the moment, so yeah, just fire away. And I will see you in the next video, guys. Ciao.